Looks like we have... Oh, that's about to say. Oh, can't even... I can't get anything off because instantly we start off with a bit of a tragic goal. 1 second in and already some things happen that I can't even... I don't even know how to describe. But we have the new mix-up of the 2v2 these four players have had. The Bull Gaming versus Toxic Gossip Train in the previous version, as this match looks like it's gonna start off quite interestingly. But anyways, it's Current and A-Pop for MrBeast lovers on the orange team, and Gabe and Botco for the team Weir and Copper. So the previous matchup that these four had was A-Pop and Gabe teamed up against Current and Bot. A-Pop and Gabe won that one. They played a series of matches, 5 best of 7s. It's 3-2, and oh my goodness, Current! What a shot that is! And coming into this match, there was a lot of pandemonium, but what a play that is by Current. Current carries. Current is always punched above his weight, and he's got a lot of weight. So he packs quite the punch. Such a chaotic start to the game. Current coming into this match is Diamond 3 in 2v2 right now. So definitely a deal lower, a good deal lower in rank than everyone else. Everyone else I think is Botco's Champ 3, A-Pop's Champ 3, and Gabe is Champ 2. At the current moment, of course, the peaks are all higher. But, you know, there was just a lot of beef going on in regards to the previous series. Current making fun of Bot, saying that he carried all of those matches, really. And Gabe making fun of, A-Pop making fun of Gabe. Saying that A-Pop saying pretty much he 1v2'd those show matches, really. And maybe some of the times it was true, some of the times not. Gabe definitely stepped it up towards the end of the show matches. And really put in a lot of efforts, even just barely not getting in a series MVP. But nonetheless, a very good result. And it's actually sort of the underdogs here winning game 1. Pop and Current, they were very nervous coming into this match. They sort of suggested that these be the teams, maybe by accident or something, because Gabe and Bot jumped right on it. They agreed. They accepted the trash talk and wanted to prove otherwise. And A-Pop and Current were very scared. A-Pop in particular saying he said those things when Current wasn't Diamond 3. But I think either way, when it comes to a show match, Current's gonna be continuing to be the best third man. And A-Pop saying he loves MrBeast, as his team name would suggest. We get started into the middle stage of game 1. Best of 7, of course, as always, with these 2v2 mix-ups. 2v2 matches, whatever. But, I mean, obviously, not exactly guaranteed to go to, you know, a 5 best of 7s or anything. We just have fun now and we want to do it again. But we'll just see how things go. Maybe this is the only match they'll play. So, the first match, obviously, don't want to lose this, because then you just get denied a rematch and it's over for you. First match by meaning the best of 7. Game 1 not exactly as crucial, but these two combinations of players have never played each other as far as I can recall. Probably not as far as they can recall either, even if they have in some random private match. And it seemed like Weir and Copper were starting to come back and get the momentum from the team that would have been considered the favorite coming into this, and I still think they are, even if they lose game 1, because it's looked pretty even thus far. A-Pop especially, oh my goodness, looking for the double tap! Called his name. and immediately shows why he is the best player out of these four. He is nominated to be the best player out of the four in the previous 2v2. And he looks to continue that. Just, an hour ago, really, he was having massive internet problems, constant disconnects, 200 ping. Even now, he's on 100 ping, but of course that's normal for him being a West player. He's just that good. Peaked GC2 last season, about the middle of last season, so about 3 months ago. So he's fallen off from that peak a little bit, but still the most threatening player in the lobby, no doubt about it. Not that this lobby doesn't have mechanics, as we've gone over before in previous matches. But Gabe, two notable mechanical playmakers in their own right. You always leave Current out of this discussion, and I think rightfully so. He's not exactly the most mechanical player here. In fact, he's quite clearly the least mechanical, but he does make up for that in other ways. Such a good support teammate, such a good defender. He's still able to compete with these players who are probably more known for their offense. He helps balance it out. Even getting second place in the overall statistics score per game over the last series of best of sevens when he was teamed up with Bucko. Bucko, low shot. Drops down from the backboard to save it. Off the backboard, runs out of boost. Gabe moving in. Gabe on the up and coming really recently. He's been never one to put too much time into the game. He has put occasional grinds, weeks there and here and there where he's been putting in a good amount of time, but recently he's been back on that sort of grind, and it's been looking to pay off. Oh, so close to that wall read. Apop getting in Current's way, panicking a little bit. This game one, the time is winding down. Just some defensive double commits that almost left the goal open. The Apop recovers in time to finish this game off, and looks like MrBeast lovers are going to be the team first strike in this best of 7. Maybe a consolation goal, bring it back to a 1-goal game. Nope, Apop gonna farm some more save points. He wants that series MVP. And MrBeast lovers go up 1-0. Get right into game 2 soon enough. Game 2 is Forbidden Temple. Oops. So, just gonna go right on into that. The new team names, of course. I had to think of something on the spot. Both teams did. We're going to be representing that for at least the rest of this match. Didn't have time to get logos or anything. I actually had logos for the previous show matches, but I completely... Okay, Gabe is not here. Completely forgot how to... Or didn't realize how to actually activate them. Okay, but you don't have to do that, you can just... Is Gabe in here? Oh, sorry, Current and Apop. They were the ones that were late. I don't know why I said Gabe before, but either way, game 2, trying to fight off a 2-game lead are we are in Copper players. You might even call them. I don't know what to. So what's the easier way? Just to call them Copper. Oh, big dunk by Current. The defensive prowess that'll open up a goal, but Apop turn not sharp enough. Current trying to back pass again, but that goes too far. He's forced to sort of center this ball in an awkward position. He's just doing so much work right now. The Diamond 3 in the lobby, significantly lower ranked, and that's not for lack of trying. He has been, I wouldn't say grinding, but he's been, playing the game, and has not been going well for him. He's just actually, kind of a few days ago, gone back to Diamond. And that's a great pass from Bot. Gabe close enough. The defense was all out of sorts. Just didn't see that one coming. Even Current, known for being able to stop, known for being able to stop sort of creative plays on defense. Team plays as well. Just didn't see where that one was going. And there we go. Gabe again. He's going to get a second goal. Less than a minute in. Of course, 2-goal lead is a lot safer than 1, but still not completely safe by any means, because Bot and Gabe, definitely not a defensive team. They can give up goals, and it looks like if Apop, he stopped moving. Is he disconnected or something? Shot from Bot goes off the post. Apop, he's maybe lagging. It says 120 ping. It's orange. Bot and Gabe kept on the attack. Looks like Apop may be lagging here. 172. Oh, but he did reconnect at the end of that sequence. So, I mean, it's up to Weir and Copper if they want to give that goal back for good sportsmanship, but of course, if they don't, then they're going to stay with this 3-goal lead, and that's what they're going to do. Can't blame them. The comeback has to start relatively soon for MrBeast lovers. Apop, not much boost to do with this, but it does buy some time. The bump, Current moves in, but Gabe quick enough. Speed, especially. It's very speedy players on the field here. But positioning may be a liability for Weir and Copper. Alright, big dunk. Has the catch. Gets demoed. We saw Apop pre-jumping that, and Gabe has an open net. He may have gone too slow, though. Current does get back in time. Apop as well, forcing him to get a poor shot. Bump again. The flick is off the post and off the other as well. To bring it back is Gabe, but he's actually passed it to Apop. But oh no! Apop and Current have run into each other in the midfield. They had just given each other some space. That would have been a good shot opportunity at the very least, but oh my goodness, that's an own goal. We saw one at the start of game 1. We're going to see another one in the middle of game 2. You're going to skip the replay, and I can't blame them, at least for the side of Weir and Copper. That's how he MVPs. Majority. Gabe air dribbles up to Botco. Not the best touch. Apop should have some time on this. Under boost as well. Gets past Botco, but actually, it's a good enough touch that it's not going to be a prime chance. Current solo, can't get around it. Apop now, most mechanical player we've seen thus far. To the backboard. Bot ready for it. Good defensive positioning that time. And we see Apop choosing an interesting time to type in chat. MrBeast lovers. Trolls at work and misses that read as well. As Gabe picked up the corner boost. The offensive attack shouldn't be too threatening, but with Apop, you never know what he's able to do. The bump. Bit of a miscommunication there as Bot started to drive away to the side. Gabe, missing that wall setup. Bot takes the same setup. Higher level of success. Double tap. Too difficult of an angle. And now it's a counterattack. Apop 1v1 against Gabe. Gets the bump, but Gabe still touches it with his wheel. Gets spun around in the air and a light enough touch. That'll help Bot get back. And they still are going to keep their lead to 2 goals. Apop gets it past 1. Botco's not going to be able to get back soon. Apop takes his time now. Needs to be able to get past Gabe. The fake almost works. Gabe makes a light enough touch. Well, a good enough touch. Though light. Was able to get it out. Bot trying to get that lead back up to 3. Make sure. No chance of this game being thrown. Tie up the series. Apop. Shot. Gabe was behind Botco to make the save. And now he has a free aerial. Jumps to the ceiling. And a lot of time there, actually. And he's going to waste a lot of boost on that. Counterattack. Ever-present chance for MrBeast lovers. But what a clear that is by Botco. Goes way over Current. He had the full commit to hope to claw back that 2-goal deficit. It goes behind him. He's even going to touch it in his own net on the way back. And we love the banter in the chat. I mean, I always forget that when the boost meters covers it up, but you know, Bot's saying he's just playing around Gabe, and Gabe is definitely a very, I would say, easy player to play around, because he doesn't play things complicated. He goes for the ball and he goes for mechanical stuff. And if you can just allow him and help him to do that, you're gonna end up scoring a lot of goals. As we're in Copper, they sort of calmed down towards the end. That's all they needed to do. But those 4 goals was all they needed. They only conceded 1. The speed, good enough. Go to DFH Stadium. Game 3. So we're in Copper versus MrBeast lovers. It's still the funniest names, even more extreme than the Bull Gaming versus Toxic Acid Trade. But Gabe gonna start off game 3, looking to break the series tie, and not in a bad way. Gonna end up with the win off of the pinch shot is by Current. It's gonna put Bot in not the easiest position, but not the most awkward either. So he'll get it past Apop. Looks for the wall read, but exhausts all his boost. Dangerous shot. Apop needs to loop around and meets Gale on the shot. Oh, but that mid boost, gonna use all of it to get this reset. Apop's there for the clear. Has been going a lot of for all-in plays. He and Gabe both sort of happen to do that at times. All of the mechanical players in this lobby do. Current trying to find a shot in the bottom right. Apop continues the onslaught. Team pinch attempt, but it's Apop. Chips into the middle. Wow, has to make an aerial save, and that's such a good placement for his clear. Takes Current a long time to loop around Apop. His demo, though, from earlier. Gonna keep the attack going. Looks to fake it. Tries to get it past Gabe. He does, but doesn't get that last hit. Bot rotating back. But oh my goodness. That is a massive mistake from Gabe. We saw a few defensive minor mistakes from We're in Copper. And it's just that last miss from Gabe. He was in an awkward position, sure, but he just had to make that touch. And the shot goes past. Tried to make up for it for their team. So We're in Copper. Bot on that flip reset, but he didn't reach it. Just, the mechanics are there, but obviously, MrBeast lovers, they know, and that's a great save by both players on MrBeast lovers, they know what We're in Copper are capable of, and they are just fully ready to defend it. Not to say they can't still get outplayed by the mechanics of this highly mechanical team, but they are taking the precautions to ensure that they're not getting completely destroyed on the field. And so far, they have the lead. Take this game, they would still be, of course, leading the series again, 2-1, on the path to victory, it would seem. Oh, and that's a good touch by Current. Bot just a bit too far outfield. It has to make an awkward touch. Another awkward challenge by him. Gabe, though, such a great challenge off the backboard by him. Tries for the demo as well. Bot a little bit backward in defense. He's been a little bit criticized for this in the past 2v2 matches when he's playing with Current. Backwards in defense. And Apop just swooping in. See the restart server. It's not showing high ping, but of course. Yeah, lagging. Okay, it could be a bad server. Doesn't necessarily have to be showing ping to be a bad server. As yeah, Apop was on that previous play swooping in. Got the dunk. And okay, Gabe looking for the mechanics. Showing off yet again. He's exhausted all his boosts and Current. This is something mechanical we have not seen him do many times. Went off the ceiling, maybe for a double tap off the ground. As he's seen Ahmad do. Not on LCS. Gabe, maybe up for a double tap. Saw Apop hit one of those previously. Apop looks for the pass to Current. Should connect. Current's touch. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say Current's touch maybe left a little more to be wanted. But Bot, yeah, that is a defensive mistake that he should not be making. And I definitely think bot... Oh my goodness. A-pop puts on a fourth. I didn't even see this one coming. He fakes the flip reset. Alright, we're not even going to see it. They didn't respect it. I think it was a fake flip reset, but he went to the ground. He got the pop, and he just went through. A 4-goal lead. And I think with Weir and Copper, as that shot goes off the crossbar, I think with Weir and Copper, the defense is really the biggest question mark. I think Gabe has had periods where he can be good on defense, but he has to restrain his play, not play as committal. And bot, I think really we saw last game that bot wants to play around Gabe. Personally, I think I would go the other way around. I would let Gabe play around bot. Bot more of an offensive player. Sure, they're both very mechanical. I think Gabe just has a little bit more on defense. Sure, on the goal line, bot can be very good. But when Gabe's going up for stuff like this, if it doesn't succeed, then bot is really not in a great spot defensively to be able to make those stops. But it's not going to be in a bad spot there because Current just whiffed the ball, and that is an open net miss. So maybe if you play around bot does the playmaking, Gabe does the scoring, really. So a little bit of a classic moment for bot again. That shot, just not quality enough. He thought if he just went for a fast shot, it would make its way in, but A-pop, too good of a defender to let that happen. Both players on the Bull Gaming quite good at defense, I'd say in general. Oh, what a air dribble by Current. Even fakes it under Gabe. Follow up to get it past bot, and the demo, or the bump rather, lets A-pop put in the fifth. And obviously the game was already over, but why not just put in another goal and see to it that We're in Copper are just buried into the ground at the end of this game. 2-1 lead for MrBeast lovers. Maybe even an A-pop signature wall read. Nope. Wouldn't reach it anyways, but it's cut out, as we will change servers. Well, it's not the beginning of the series anymore. What is Ape? Oh, I was like, what is Ape up talking about in the chat? But he's talking about MrBeast, of course. He loves MrBeast. And that love is not going to help him on this kickoff, because Bot just got a free one there, 3 seconds in. Definitely not free from some of the chaos that has been present in the beginning of the match. But as we enter the middle and maybe even final stages of the match, things should start to get more consistent. Both these teams, Weir and Copper and MrBeast lovers, should be trying to get back to their highest level possible, to their, you know, least mistakes sort of areas where they're optimizing their gameplay. Gabe, though, doesn't care about that. He just cares about optimizing his mechanics up to the ceiling and shoots it past. Definitely, I expected Weir and Copper to slow down, but clearly that's not the case. They've decided to speed it up. I know they definitely would have the speed advantage, but they need to be able to play this right. And, well, they are going to do that. That is a speed-based goal, really. Just beats Current on the 50. A-pop has to make a sort of dangerous touch, and then they're just fully ready to score it. Bot looked like he messed his kickoff up, but Current just shot it into him, sort of. Now, of course, 2-goal lead early on. Leads have been pretty safe so far. Haven't really seen any comebacks. The successful ones anyways. Just almost saw one in game 1. What a fake by A-pop. Maybe he's going to try and get the comeback trend going, as he definitely has that playmaking ability, settling back into these things with his better internet as of recently. revitalized, you might even call him. Current save on the goal line. A-Pop awkward, needs Current's help. And it's not the best communicated as a team pinch, just rolls right to Gabe. Double touch down. Current's touch is good enough to deter bot for the moment. It's going to return. Ceiling shot. Ground double tap to pinch. Blocked out again. Onslaught continues. Relentless mechanical attacks coming out from Weir and Copper. Maybe it'll slow down for a second. Miscommunication? No. It's actually a mistouch from A-Pop. And what a save by Current. Follow-up is good, though. But the third goal, it will be his hat trick. And it must be the server, I'm sure. And the mechanics are really starting to click. I suggested really that they slow down earlier because I just assumed that they were, trying too much. The defensive team, they were playing into their hands. But it seems that's not the case at all now. As well, I mean, they did just allow a kickoff goal. But it seems it's just the confidence they have, the confidence to be going for those mechanical plays, and now they just have to execute. And they've been doing just that. Start of the comeback, maybe, for MrBeast lovers. Good pass from Bot. Seems to be passing to Gabe a lot better than in previous games. I think that was maybe a preset change as well. I wasn't fully paying attention to what Bot was using earlier, but I believe he wasn't using this preset. Bot trying to dribble it. Pops it up to Gabe again. Another pass. Current barely making that touch. He may have been hitting posts anyways, but nonetheless, still getting that clear was very important for them. Bot. Guess what? It's another wall play. Tries to flip reset. Defense holding on for now. Gotta commend the MrBeast lovers. The defense they have played has not been terrible. They've done a good job. It's just mechanics are so good, and there is a mistake from A-Pop. Last man kind of overcommits, missing that challenge. And Bot racking up the scoring. Been a while since Bot was considered, the best player in these lobbies, but I think right now he is. Of course, at the beginning of the series, A-Pop is doing quite well, but Gabe has been doing so good on mechanically. Current had some big plays earlier as well. Some good defense by him is not there, but oh my goodness. Puts his weight in the way of both players. And that just opens the bottom left corner for Gabe. Score margin increased to 4. Current touch the wall. Bot plays it up to the wall again. Current. This is the last chance to make this happen. And a long bang from Gabe. It's gonna be really hard for MrBeast lovers to really get anything going. Is like Bot just doesn't care. He's just gonna challenge that, slam it off the backboard. And I mean, I was gonna say earlier, this was a game where if MrBeast lovers won it, they'd be up 3-1. They could have 4-1 this match in a dominant fashion when they weren't the favorites to win it. And you look at the current gameplay, they definitely aren't the favorites to win it right now. It's going to be a tied series. Is this 5 goals from Bot? This is a crazy performance right now. Even that other goal, Gabe scored it. That was completely Bot, just blocking. A great performance from him. Maybe even looking for the Brazil, just missing that redirect. But what can MrBeast lovers do to get back in this series? They're obviously going to be tied up after this match. It's going to be, at least a game 6. We have that, but what can they do to prevent the next 2 games from going in the favor of Weir and Copper? Because they've been stuck on defense all game. They've been outpaced all game. And maybe it was just a fluke game, but it really felt like Bot and Gabe, they kept replicating that attack. They never felt in trouble. The 6-1 game is a statement. Oh, what is this from Gabe? He stops on the kickoff. Is he lagging out or something? What is happening? No, he's here. Just hanging around. Don't know what that strat was. Maybe a kickoff, a fake kickoff, a delayed kickoff. Not sure, but it didn't exactly work out in that moment. All right, the clear. Bot, confident as ever, going for the wall read. Connects on the touch, but so does A-Pop. Deflects it into the corner. Current. Solo play. Wow, that was insanely disrespectful by A-Pop. Just goes out of his way to make sure Current gets off that ball. And takes it for his own. Not rewarded with a goal, though. Could have been, if he had just been a little bit more precise. Oh, and what a dunk that is by Current. Haven't been mentioning his name too much recently. But as consistent as ever. Don't need mechanics to 1v2 in his case. Fighting back as the dominance from We're in Copper from the last game is going to be met with an answer, seemingly. Team with the first goal of the game, I believe, has won every game. I may be forgetting, but I believe that is the trend so far. A-Pop centers it to nobody. It's going to be Botco for the free pickup. Doesn't get the mid boost, and it'll leave two defenders back. A-Pop and Current double commit. Bot trying to pop that one towards the net. It's off the crossbar, and he's gonna bump Gabe out of the way. This should open up the net. Current pass is just too light. A-Pop can't get around that. Two touches, gonna leave the net open, and what do you know? Botco can't be surprised about that one. Oh, that's a great touch by Current. Can't even get surprised about these open net misses from Botco. They have to be expected at this point. Here's a double tap opportunity. That one's off the crossbar. He's going to keep the pressure going. Didn't control the boost there. A-Pop did pick it up. But still, the mechanics so threatening. It's going to be Gabe now. Tries to beat A-Pop, but gets bumped off it. And Bot has entered that 50 as well. Could be an open net. Current wasn't close enough, and Bot was back in time to stop A-Pop's shot at least. Gabe off the ceiling, double tap. Pass Current. Can A-Pop get back? Yes, into the corner. What a landing that is. Bot, what a challenge that is. Both teams amping up their pace. Pass from Gabe to Bot, and it connects. Tie game. And they may be trying to break this trend of this first goal. I'm assuming it's a real trend because I haven't been keeping too close to track, but that's what it feels like. Very one-sided games for the most part. This one seeming to be a lot closer as if this game gets double match point, something that both teams want. And the thing about double match point, you know, it's not a guaranteed win, but at least if you do end up losing the series, it's a game 7. It's a respectable loss. And that may be the minimum for some teams if they're not able to get the win. A game 7. So huge. And what a counterattack. Bot. Long clear. A-Pop controls it. The speed. Gabe. Great angle to touch it past, but Bot's not close enough. Long pinch. Bot deflects it back. Gabe to the wall. A-Pop's waiting, but only with 12 boost. Infield pass. Oh my goodness! What a passing play! A-Pop and Current! They combined for... That has to be... Let's just say that was intentional. Current, one of the smartest players. Probably the smartest player in this lobby. I would give it to him. And that's a genius pass back to A-Pop to regain that lead in such a crucial game in this series. The 1-2-1 passing play, a pre-jump, call it whatever you want. And this is actually looking sort of worrisome. A-Pop AFK, but he comes back at the best time. The challenge. We're in Copper attacker right there. Final 90 seconds. Long clear. Should be returned to Current. Not strong, and A-Pop has to bring it back. A psycho chance. He has to make this touch, and he does. But it's not aimed well enough to really get them out of the clear here. Current has to bring this to the sidewall. But Gabe will await. Back up the wall, back up the ceiling, where he's so comfortable. The panic of the defense, knowing how deadly Gabe is from the sky. And that's just going to wear down their boost even more. The air dribble. Oh, best third man. Current gets back to it. Botco now off the backboard, but Gabe had used so much boost on the air dribble just couldn't keep up that attack. Recovery wasn't good enough for him. There's another air dribble into a reset, but another miscommunication. Bot will be able to keep it going, though. Current has the 2v1 chance with Apop. Apop takes it off him and makes not the best touch. So Gabe will be relieved to see the ball taken off Current there, at least. Looks for the air dribble. 50. It's in place for Bot, but what a save by Apop. After challenging that, getting back down. And this has been the most exciting game thus far. Might end here with another goal. But the bump, not good enough. It's the counterattack chance. Entering the final 10. Apop's so awkward in net. They almost team bump, but Bot's accuracy is not there. And that may have done it. Apop so awkward in the corner. But Gabe's not close enough. He's even gonna get faked by that. MrBeast lovers go on double match point. Now, how disrespectful was that by Apop? That fake actually worked. Now, we just look and noticed that Gabe was just sitting on 448 ping. So I don't know what that was about, but he's going back down. So maybe he tabbed out. Who knows? I gotta assume, because I've seen him. I've seen him on a 400 ping just at the ending scoreboard of games. Occasionally, could have just been a tab out. You never know. But will this end 4-2 in favor of the MrBeast lovers? We're going to find out soon. Or, alternatively, we are in Copper. Favorite going into this match by both teams, honestly. Where they have enough pace to continue what they had in game 4. Where they really went wild. Gotta go talk to him. He really stepped up in this game. In this past game, I should say. He's known for being really only a defensive player. Of course, it's not like he can't score, but making saves like these, and obviously that's a great save by him. He gets that touch to Apop, but it's also what he can do on the ball and in offense that he has been really contributing to that threat factor of MrBeast lovers. Fueled by their love for MrBeast. Apop pitches it across, and obviously a reminder, assuming I've not been lying this whole time, assuming I know what I'm talking about, that last game still the first goal scorer won the game, and this time Apop is the first goal scorer. Just going through both players, even that bump not enough to stop him. And Bot, just that defense, gotta be the weakness for him. Into the corner, bounces out, and Gabe ties it up quick, wasting no time on a response, and this is what they need. They need to be able to get that momentum running, the speed going, because when they're playing from behind, the defense can afford to be, the defense of MrBeast lovers can't afford to just be playing it safe and just making those saves, but it's when they're desperate is when they can really be, is when Wearing Copper can really capitalize. Smart 50 by Apop, gets past Blocko. The catch, maybe flicks it past, but no, just cuts it past. Runs out of boost, Bot alone on defense, just makes it in time. Gabe, good first touch on the air dribble, flip reset, doesn't get it. Second touch, actually gets past 2 defenders, and he's totally blocking Current. Bot sends that one home, but what a playmaking ability by Gabe to land on Current and never leave. He landed on him on the wall, and somehow, when Current drove back down to the ground, Gabe was still there. So they will probably, maybe, make the first successful comeback. They've taken the lead when they were down a goal. A 1-goal comeback, of course, you might not even call it a comeback. Of course, it's not like it's never happened, but in this series, it'll be the first of its kind. Still lots of time for their lead to crumble, but they have been very good. If they can get a 2-goal lead especially, I think that may keep them fueling. And Gabe, that's a great pass to Bot. Open net. He never scores these. Even tried to go for something fancy. Gabe off the backboard. Follow up, also off the backboard. Double commit though. Again, the double commits are what's going to happen. Oh my goodness! Current, I was going to say double commits are going to be happening when they're down a goal. They're going to get desperate. And maybe this is what would have happened if Apop hadn't been bumping Current off the ball all those times. Because he's able to be 1v2ing this team. The offensive player, you would say Apop, to be making those 1v2s. And oh, well, there goes the tie game. It's a kickoff goal. Bako, he's going to score it. Server, I mean, I don't think he's serious. I think he's memeing. Change server. I mean, sure, we can change the server after this. Of course, Current saying he's D3. I think, yeah, you know, we talked about this. When it comes down to the match, he's definitely plays above a Diamond 3 level. Bot up the wall, 100 boost. Touches it forward, another touch. Maybe a reset. Looks for the bump, doesn't quite get it, but maybe got a little bit of it. Apop at least missing the ball regardless. It's a shot though, could be dangerous. Bot's there, good positioning. It's good to be able to complement the defensive positioning of Wearing Copper. Botcom in particular has had troubles with that. But when he's playing well on defense, that is when, you know, Wearing Copper are so good. Have the ability to win this match in a game 7. Obviously, Gabe trying to double the lead to 2. Brings it back. Oh, big boost grab by Apop. That's going to put Gabe in a difficult spot to defend with. But Apop not actually going for a boost steal and not really fully committed to that one play. We're MrBeast lovers. Current pops up, goes to Gabe, who passes it to Bot. Shots not too threatening. Back pass opportunity. Gabe's not really close enough. Oh, and Current missing that, and he's actually going to run into Apop. Long shot. Apop does get back and grabs the boost. Should be fine for them. And it's interesting to see the playstyle change so much between every single game. Because we're really getting into the most intense games, the close games. This game and the last may be a 1-goal game. Of course, if it ended right now, it would be a 1-goal game. And oh my goodness, the shot from Apop! That somehow goes through. It's the 1v2 plays. I don't know how they're so consistently able to do this. MrBeast lovers, they're really baking their whole offense on 1v2s, and it's working at times. It's the defensive gaps from Wearing Copper, and not to say from Apop. He wants to end this series early in Game 6. The musty flick runs out of boost, and Bot gets back to defend that shot to the right post. He's backwards. Gabe bailing him out. That's a great touch past Current. Up to the ceiling, runs out of boost. Can't reach it. Didn't fool Apop either. Bot. Oh, he needs help and he's backflipped! 14 seconds! Apop has scored! Will we see an OT? Will we see an OT request? This is top 10 questions science still can't answer. The kickoff may not need to ask for it. As Bot, the shot! It's off the crossbar! Gabe, where is he? His shot! It's barred down and in! Gabe, the clutch master for Wearing Copper! Hey, Pop, we don't care about your DCs. The clutch king from Gabe. He's so good on Neo Tokyo. He's so good on Champions Field. But will we be able to see him there? It's Bot off the backboard. 0-second chance. Gabe, he's going to drop it down to Bot, who keeps up on the ramp. Dangerous, though. Apop misses that. Current center ball. They want to end it early. And Bot will play it down. Overtime Game 6 to decide it. The Bull Gaming in the past have had problems in Game 6 overtime on Neo Tokyo. Apop has thrived in this scenario, him specifically, but of course Gabe went after that team, and Gabe for the shot! Game 6 victory! They're going to Game 7. GG's! Bot knows what's up. Game 7. What a pass that was by Bot. It's so hard to put a pinpoint on the best player in this match. So many pop-offs from every single player, and at that time, it was Gabe to clutch it up. We're going to be telling Current what's up. I guess they're getting a new server. I'm assuming that's why they left. Champions Field. Always drama at the end of these matches, these 2v2 matches. All these players so clutch. But we have to put the spotlight on Gabe for being that clutch factor that has in the past pushed them through, and in this series made some big moments. But again, the game 7, Willie crumble, double tap, and it's a double commit. But maybe conceding early from that mistake, but Current just couldn't get around that ball enough. As long as shot just goes off the post. And big nervy moment. Bot and A-Pop both miss. Could have been a fake. Gabe, though, not nervy at all as he flip resets under, but best third man in net. That's who you wanted to be defending against Gabe. He's played a lot of 1v1s against Gabe, and decent say, oh no! The most clutch player! That was a Botco level miss. That may have been worse than Botco game 7. Oh! A-Pop! What a double tap! This is insane. Back to back. That should have been a goal. Four-wheeler and Copper. How did Gabe miss that? But it's a ground pinch double tap. MrBeast lovers take the lead. 4:19. So much time. But mentally, how do you deal with that if you're Weir and Copper? Especially Gabe. You had that pressure on your back to perform. You've had that expectations to perform. And it's A-Pop. Oh, again A-Pop! He's gonna dish Current. And Current swooping in. I don't even know if he needed to touch that ball. The dish from A-Pop may have been enough. But it's a 2-goal lead. And things may be crumbling away early on for Weir and Copper. Gabe, though, tries to pass it infield. The bump connects. A team bump even. Forced. Botco open net. Oh, he doesn't hit the crossbar. And he does. Bring it to 1. Refusing to die. Bringing it back. And definitely staying alive in game 7. That's all they need to do. The offense, never an issue. You just can't let things get away from you if you're wearing Copper. Where's this on kickoff? Current. He's gonna get beat to the ball, and Gabe makes up for his past mistake with a big beat. It's 2-2. Tied up. The 2-goal lead. Maybe MrBeast lovers were getting comfy early on, but that lead has disappeared immediately. Back and forth. No mercy from Weir and Copper. Making up. And again, Gabe back on the ceiling. It's a past A-Pop. It's Bot. They have a 2v1. Power play against Current. Can A-Pop get back to this? He's going to get back to it and touch it on his own net almost. Bounces off the post. Gabe continues his scoring spree. Good playmaking from Bot. He did enough to pressure that defense. A-Pop panicking. And A-Pop, if I were to rate, players that I've played with in 3s, how clutch they were in these game 7s, I would have to say A-Pop has struggled in the past. Gabe has thrived in the past. And, when they were on a team, they did pretty well historically. I mean, they won, 3 out of 4 game 7s that they played against Bot and Current. And Gabe, a big clutch factor. A-Pop was never bad in those matches at all. But it just seems that Bot and Gabe, the Copper duo, are going to get their 2-goal lead now. And this is the prowess, the offense that we'd love to see from them. A-Pop, weak shot, and it's a double commitment from Current. A big bump, but Gabe, he's back, he's calm, he's collected. He's going to get dunked, but it's not of consequence. A-Pop doesn't really have a line towards net here. And another dunk from Bot. Even showing off a wall dash. Careful not to scare his teammate. But Gabe, he's resolved. He is unfazed. And he is putting that one in from Bot's pass. Well, he's never won a series MVP. The one that I've assigned anyways. But assuming their lead holds, he'd have to win one here. Apop, though, has something to say about it. 3-goal lead. Definitely hard to come back from, but moist aren't done, as you might say. Astronomical. Apop channeling his inner moist, making those Game 7 comebacks the most clutch Game 7 team. If he can start feeling it, you don't know what he's capable of. Has such a high ceiling. He could definitely get 2 goals back in the final 2 minutes. Especially with current support, as long as he can keep going. But we have seen a few double commits from him. From both players, really. Gabe. Light touch. Current goes for the clear. Apop couldn't make it. Current. That's such a clever play. He leaves it for Apop. That's going to drop down. Is Apop there to center it? He is. But Current just turned away. He didn't believe. He didn't trust that Apop had that good of a center ball. Now Botco 10 boost. MrBeast lovers didn't know that. They panicked for it. What a wall read by Gabe. Mechanics being showed off in the most desperate of situations. How are you going to be coming back against the Copper Boys if they're playing as offensively potent as they are right now? It's Gabe again with a goal. Now, we didn't see an OT ask from, so we were in Copper, as they're gonna get another goal. Who else but Gabe to put it in? 4-goal lead, and there I was about to mention it. The OT request from Current. 9-1-1. That is Gabe's score. Good to see. It's a D3, so he has rights. Trying to make their argument. I mean, 4 goals in a minute has been done before, but I think Apop needed to score that. Such a major chance you can't be squandering. But he's gonna lose that 50, and so far it looks that you know, Weir and Copper aren't gonna give up overtime. Gabe, especially in the past, has been known not to give OTs. I mean, so has Apop, but I couldn't say, but I think he's tormented by Current enough in his everyday life. He doesn't need a risk of losing this. The nerves would be too high. As, you know, the MrBeast lovers didn't get one back. It's possible. Charity goal, claims Bot. Of course, that is obviously not the case. Current, wait a minute. He's played it past 2! Current! He may not be asking for OT. He may be demanding OT. 25. 2 goals. And wait a minute. Wait, they are giving OT! Or at least they've given up 1 goal. Current again. The OT monger, as we might even call him. But are they going to stop here? I assume they aren't. They're actually going to give OT, but Apop's missed the net. 20 seconds to score. Obviously, there's no way. Oh my goodness, there's no way they don't score this, right? Well, that's gonna help them. Are they low-key sabotaging this OT? No, an Apop for the content. They're gonna let him score. MrBeast lovers. Looks like we're going to OT. Now I assume Current's gonna ask for a free wall play. And I believe Weir and Copper are going to full try this. So kind of, you know, you lose a little bit of the competitive integrity with the OT, but you get to see a Game 7 OT. So effectively, wait a minute. But, flip reset pass, Gabe cannot keep it up. It is overtime, Game 7, 7-7. Next goal wins, kickoff. Should be favored for Apop as he grabs the boost. Apop has so many OT winners to his name in the past. He's going to go past Gabe. But 0 boost! Ah! Weir and Copper are never going to hear the end of this. It was so smartly played by Bot to avoid the bump, but he just didn't have the boost to get back to it. Cringe OT goal. And what do you even call that? They're gonna ask for a rematch, and I think there's gonna be a rematch. What a series. That shouldn't have been won by MrBeast lovers, but the Game 7 thrilling nonetheless.